And not only this, we will be learning many other latest features like connection pooling, and we'll see an examples for them. And after completing this JDBC, we'll be starting the XML, that is extensible markup language. Nowadays, so XML is more usable to exchange the information, right? And part of the XML, we will be learning about the basics of the XML, what is the XML and how do you use it, what are the advantages. Then also we will see the grammar of the XML like DTD and schemas. And also we will learn the parsers. Parsers is nothing but a software program through which you can read XML data and write XML data into the files. And we'll be learning the SACS and DOM parsers. And after that, we'll be learning a framework called JAX-B framework, that is Java Architecture for XML Binding. And believe me, so nowadays everybody is showing the interest on using the frameworks. Why? Because that will reduce the time of developing the application and also makes your application is efficient. And using the JAX-B, without writing any program, you can easily read and write the XML content that we are going to learn it. Fine. So once you complete your XML, we'll be starting the web technologies. So basically the advantage, the main use of the web technologies to develop the web-based applications which can run in the internet. And we'll start with the HTTP fundamental. What is the HTTP protocol and what is that, how the HTTP protocol will helpful in the web technologies. And also we will be learning a server where you can run your web applications. So the server is like Apache Tomcat and JBoss servers. Then we'll start with the servlet technology and we'll see all the servlet fundamentals. How do you write the programs, how do you run it, how do you deploy in the server, and you can see many features like writing a simple servlets and complex, and writing the session management programs, cookies, filters, listeners, and many more. And also we'll see a lot of real-time use cases. Then we'll start learning about the JSP, that is Java Server Pages. So basically the JSPs was invented to make writing the presentation logic easy for the programmers. So, and we'll see how the JSPs can be usable and how JSPs and servlets can be leveraged in my application development, and how to make your presentation programming is easy by using the JSPs. After that, we will learn the custom tags. So using the custom tags, you can write your own custom tag implementation. It makes life is easy of developing the presentation logic for the Java programmers as well as for the web authors. And we'll learn like a simple custom tags and complex custom tag we'll be learning. And after that, we'll be learning the hot frameworks which are everybody looking for these frameworks like Struts and Spring framework. We will learn like a Struts MVC, that is Model View Controller Architecture, and we'll learn about the what is the framework. Then we'll start with the Struts. First we will try to highlight like what are the various things which we can cover, like controller, model, and view. Then we'll start with the action servlet. Then we'll learn internal component like request processor and action classes, form beans, and how do you do the configuration of the Struts framework. Then we'll take an example and we'll see various steps and what are the steps we need to follow to develop the application, and what is the Struts flow. That is really really important to understand for everyone. And also we can discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the framework. Then we'll start with the Spring framework. So when I say Spring, it is not only for the web, it can be usable for any kind of applications. So Spring, I can say a broader framework. I can say it is a platform where you can integrate many other frameworks. And first we'll be learning like a Spring framework and its powerful features like a bean based configuration, bean factory, dependency injection, aspect oriented programming. Then we'll see a simple examples with the Spring and dependency injection. Then we'll see a real-time kind of use case. Then we'll jump into the Spring MVC. So how we can develop a Spring web application using the Spring MVC, and how the Spring MVC application is differs from the struts, and which is better, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. The same way like in the Spring MVC also, we will look into the internal components and how we can efficiently use each of them, and how you can construct your application, and we'll learn like overall Spring MVC framework. And once you complete this, we are also covering web services part of the training. So web services is basically you can develop a services in the service oriented architecture, and those can be integrated or invoked from any other applications irrespective of in which language, in which platform they have implemented. So believe me, web services are really hot in the market because of its characteristics and advantages. And to learn the web services, certainly we need to know what is a SOAP protocol, and also WSDL documents and WSDL language, and also we need to know the SOAP stack. And part of our training we will be taking a SOAP stack called Axis 2.0. This is one of the open source and powerful SOAP stack through which you can develop the or you can consume the web services. And also I am going to showcase you a tool called SOAP UI. So how efficiently we can use the SOAP UI tool to test our web services. So after you completing the development of the web service. Then also we are covering the Ajax basics. So basically what is Ajax technology, what are the advantages, why people are looking for the Ajax based applications, and we're looking into the Ajax characteristics, and we'll see a simple example for that. Then we will jump into a framework called Google Web Toolkit, or you can also call it as a Google Widget Toolkit. This is one of the recent and upcoming and emerging technology part of the Ajax to develop a very rich look and feel applications in a easy, efficient and better way. So we will see the again underlying GWT frameworks and what are the different components and how you can develop the application. We'll see all of those. And also we will be learning design patterns. So what are the best way to develop the applications, and we'll also cover lot of good design patterns which we can use part of the development. And also we can touch base the design patterns which are already covered or implemented in the JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay. And apart from all of them, so we are covering a lot of other frameworks like Hibernate. This is object relational mapping framework, so through which you can interact with the database without really involving into the SQL. So you can do everything in terms of objects. And we'll be learning many other concepts of the Hibernate part of this Hibernate